Perfect. All right, let's start the video and let him in. Good evening, everybody. If you want to put in the chat where you're zooming in from and then leave out your lines, welcome. We'll kick it off in a couple minutes. Woohoo! Welcome, everybody. If that music doesn't get you pumped up, I don't know what will. Welcome to the Partner Co. Canada USA Drop Talk Business Overview. My name is Christy Walsh, and I'm zooming in from Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada, and I have a beautiful co-host with me tonight, Miss Mary Olsen, also from Canada, but we will be touching base on US tonight. So welcome. If you want to mute yourselves and tell us where you're zooming in from, we'll get kicked off. I'm going to start us off with this awesome video. Woohoo! Love those drops. We'll get into that in a minute. All right, we'll go to my next slide. Okay, welcome everybody. And of course, I know it was our third birthday last month, but I still want to say happy birthday, Partner Co. I mean, to be only 3 years old, we'll get into what that means for us and for you, okay? So I'm just going to kick it right off. This is me. This is my testimonial. You see, I was diagnosed at 11 years old with Hashimoto's and hypothyroidism. And my whole life, I struggled with foggy head, with weight gain, with widespread pain, with insomnia, exhaustion, and as I got older, they said, okay, it looks like it's turning into fibromyalgia. I had a positive lupus test. And then as I got older, I was diagnosed with degenerative disc disease and osteoarthritis, and then COVID hit. And I'm a single mom of two teens on the spectrum, and I just started to pack on the weight. We were stuck in our houses, and things just were not going well. And so this before picture was taken, let's see, October 2023. And I was, watching my family dirt bike. And that's something that we always had liked to do. But I was in so much pain that I couldn't participate. And at that time, I was working with my doctor and his in-house dietitian, and we were tracking all my foods. They had me on restricted calories. I was doing a weigh-in every week, showing what I had ate, and the scale kept increasing. Like it was insane and it was so depressing. I was on antidepressants, anti-anxiety, sleeping pills, and basically they said, well, maybe this is just what you have to deal with, menopause, all those things. And so they offered me the shot, and I didn't want to do that because, yeah, I could probably get on it and lose 35 or 40 pounds. I had a girlfriend that did that, but she got super sick, and I was already super sick, and my kids rely on me for everything. And so I said, okay, maybe I just have to accept that, this is my new life. But then you fast forward to the end of February, I'm scrolling on Facebook, and a good friend of mine, Joni, was posting some before and afters just like mine. And so I reached out to her and I said, like, what are these drops? And she sold me a box of drops as a customer. And then I watched her post a couple more times, and then I reached back out because I've known Joni for about 20 years. She's a businesswoman. And I asked about the posts and about the business. And she said, well, it worked for you. You reached out and you got a box. And I said, yeah, it did. And she goes, and it's been doing that ever since I started. It works. The system works. And so I jumped in as a brand partner. She gave me an app called The Boards, and I started looking at the posts, and I got a little scared because I have tried to do side businesses in the past, and I've relied on my friends and family to be my customers. And I was a little worried what they were going to think. Like, what is she selling now? What is she, just all that stuff. I was stuck in my head. And it took me a few days. And then I said, if I want something different, I've got to try something different. And it worked for me. So I scheduled out 2 weeks worth of 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. posts, just as they were in the board of incredible real people, real testimonials, and I let them run on Facebook. And what happened over the next 12 days absolutely blew my mind. You guys, I sold 31 boxes of drops because I sold the box of drops that I was supposed to get started on. And I locked in at what we call Top Pain Ultimate, just from people reaching out to me. They'd even ask me, oh, how are you doing on the drops? I would say, well, I haven't even started on them yet because, um, I keep selling them. So finally, on March 15th of 2024, I kept a box of drops and I started on them. Within the first 4 nights, I realized that I had slept through the night and I didn't have to change my pajamas from my night sweats. By the end of the first month, I was down 18 pounds, but my biggest and most unexpected win was that the pain in my legs and my neck and back had disappeared. I hadn't reached for my Tylenol or Advil in about a week. And that's when I knew that I had my hands on something really special. Not only just the business, but these products were working. I got my life back. You fast forward a few more months, I was down a total of 40 pounds. I've maintained that for a year and a half. Still don't take a Tylenol or Advil. I got off my antidepressants, got off my sleeping pills, and I was doing something authentically. I could share my story and people, there was no fluff added to it. And then I retired from my job in December of 2024, and I do this full time. I support my kids like I've never been able to before. I've been traveling around. If you would have asked me 2 years ago, what I thought my life would be like, I was really worried. I had redone my will. I didn't know if I was going to make it. And now I think I'm going to live to be over 100. I feel fantastic. And in return, my kids are starting to model better behavior, calmer, happier as well. Now, you might think that I had a whole bunch of friends on Facebook, and I didn't actually. I started this business with about 300 friends. That's it. And what Joni said to me was, add new friends, expand your market. And Mary Olson's name kept coming up as a recommended friend. I didn't really know her. I knew of her, but didn't know her. And I thought, okay, I'm just going to step out of my comfort zone and I'm going to friend request her. Well, I got super scared and I deleted that. And it took me 3 times before I just let it go because, it's a little weird to friend request someone that you don't really know. But what happened was 3 hours later, she messaged me, and I'll let Mary tell her story.
So before I tell my story, Christy, there's a question in the chat. How long did it take you to get off your antidepressants?
Okay, so I started March 15th, and it was probably by mid-June. I was working with my doctor. I weaned right off of them with my doctor's help because you have to get off those things a little bit quickly or slow, right, with your doctor. But what I noticed was I felt happier than I ever had. I wasn't tearing up anymore, and I didn't need them. And it's just been like that now for almost 2 years.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And thank you for adding me as a friend. You didn't know that I was looking for something to lose the weight. I had hypothyroidism, and once that happened and I was on medication, the weight just packed on, the energy was gone. And so I saw Christy's post and I was like, yeah, I want these drops. I'm going to try them. However, they're not going to work for me. I'm what you call a professional kidnapper. I was only going to get into the business to get the cheapest deal. And that's exactly what I did, but I did not think they would work. So when I got my boxes, I immediately opened my box, started taking them right away. And the very next day, my husband looked at me and he said, "Oh my gosh, you're less bitchy." So apparently I'm a high stress person, and when you lose your keys and you start freaking out where they are, like that wasn't happening the very next day. It was crazy. So I continued on those drops, and by day 4 my knee pain was gone from osteoarthritis. 2 months later I was off those thyroid pills. We don't treat, diagnose, or cure anything, but I was able to work with my doctor, get off my thyroid pills, and I wasn't taking Tylenol or Advil anymore. It was insane what was happening to my body. I lost 40 pounds in 3.5 months. And of course, once I started getting those results, I continued to post about them, and I sold 30 boxes in 11 days. And 2 years later, I'm still posting about them. Everybody needs these drops.
They totally do. And you even retired from your oil field job now too, haven't you, Mary?
I did in May of this year, last year. I can't,
Yeah.
yeah, May of
Yeah.
last year. I kicked my job to the curb and I'm loving my life.
Yeah. But we put a lot of work in too, traveling around and helping our people and everything, right? You get out what you put in. So let's get into who we are. Now, the name of our company is partner.co. Don't go to partner.com. That's a dating website. You might find a partner there, but you're not going to be able to find our awesome drops products or partner up with us there. So our founders are John Wadsworth and Darren Zobrist, and they partnered up, like I said, just 3 years ago and formed PartnerCo because John was a brand partner and now he's our chief brand partner. But he was a brand partner in another company called Tahitian Noni, one of our other flagship products. And, it was going through some restructuring. So he went to his very best friend, his fellow bishop in his church, and his neighbor down in Puerto Rico, Darren Zobrist, and said, "Can you take a look at this? Let's save this. I don't want my whole business and all the people that are on my team to lose what we've worked so hard for." And so we call it the 5 Day Miracle. And they partnered up with Tahitian Noni. They partnered up with the company that had the drops. You see, these drops are not a new thing. They've been around for over 15 years. They also partnered up with Limu Seaweed, 17 years. So that's why we have the Unicorn Company, because we have products that have been around for decades, but yet we're number one in momentum because we are only a 3-year-old company. And let me tell you, it's been the best experience in my life so far. Now, our mission really just hits the nail on the head. It's to power health and prosperity around the world, building partnerships, inspiring wellness, creating wealth, finding adventure, and uplifting community. Now, when we're talking around the world, we're really talking around the world, aren't we, Mary?
Over 58 countries, you guys. We can do business from our phones anywhere in the world. You may think that you don't know anybody in an international, country, in a different country like Australia or China or wherever, but somebody that you know probably knows somebody, and boom, you have an international business.
And it happens just that fast, doesn't it? Like I enrolled someone from the UK and he just started enrolling people everywhere. I think we're in 16 countries now. Also, what else do we have?
So not only are we in 58 countries, we also have over 100 products, and we're developing new ones all the time. We've got a new one coming in April that we're also very excited about. But we've got products that can help anyone with everything: balance hormones, weight loss. We've got collagen, we've got athletic performance, energy drinks, we've got skincare, so many things. We sit right in the middle of a $7 multi-billion industry.
Yeah, and it's pretty wild. My youngest customer is my 3-year-old niece. She loves that Limu juice. And then my oldest brand partner on our team is 87 years old, and she has found her zest in life, working a business, helping people feel better. So we have something for everyone. Our products are a collaboration with science and nature. Nature offers the best way to nourish your body, strengthen your cells, and help you live your most vibrant life. We have simple solutions backed by science. And when I'm talking about science, I'm talking about real experts back these products and develop these products. We brought on Dr. Joshua Plant just about a year ago, I guess it is. He's also helping formulate a new product that we're going to be launching here in April. And we have our Barbara Cox Lovesey. She is a naturopath and a world-renowned author. We have Dr. Ray Strand. He's been around forever. He has written so many incredible books that I totally suggest you go and grab. And then we have Brett West. He heads up our research and development department. These products are the best of the best because we have over 215 third-party published clinical studies. Our products go through over 1,000 different annual testing. Have a handful of them listed in the physician's desk reference in the United States. So physicians can flip through and recommend some of our nutritional products like the drops, Tahitian Noni, or Optimals. And we also have a handful of incredible certifications, don't we?
We do, you guys. We are on the colognes list, and that's a big deal for professional athletes. We can confidently offer our products to these professional athletes and be 100% authentic with it, and they are completely approved.
Isn't that amazing? Now, we're all here to talk about the drops. Now, in Canada, our version of the drops are called Day and Night. They're very simple to take. In the US, the version is called SlenderX and Accelerate, but they do the exact same thing. They are developed to balance your hormones out. When I'm talking about hormones, I'm talking about your insulin and your sugars. Because as we age, we have insulin and sugar spikes, and we become resistant to our own insulin. And then we start to pack on the weight, diabetes kicks in, and all of these nasty things. So, what the drops do is they really curb those sugar cravings. Like your sugar cravings start to just absolutely disappear. And then those insulin and sugar spikes are no longer. And it curbs that appetite. It stabilizes that blood sugar in your body. It increases your energy. You heard Mary, it boosts that mood. Like the very next day, her mood was boosted. It supports that thyroid and it really fires up your metabolism. Like I know that I am actually eating more now on the drops than I ever have in my life doing those silly diets, right? And we've sold over 2 million bottles globally. Now, we're not just gonna sell you a box of drops or get you in the business and get you on the drops and say goodbye, are we?
No, you guys, this is an approved food list that we provide you with in a booklet and digital form. This approved food list is designed by doctors for diabetics. It's just a low glycemic food list. You've got your meats, your fruits, your vegetables, your healthy fats. Eat as much as you want off of this list. And while you're taking the drops, you're going to actually gravitate towards these foods. I mean, take a look in the chat and see what kind of results people are having. They're pretty incredible. Not only are we going to provide you with a food list, we're also going to add you to a couple of groups on Facebook, the Circle of Health, Partners in Health. Those groups are there to provide you with support, anything that you might need. There's so many tools in there. We're going to give you some recipes, some ideas for foods to eat, and you're going to get us. We're not just going to kick you to the curb like Walmart or Costco and say, okay, see you later. We are going to be there with you every step of the way.
And I think that's what makes such a big difference for our customers and our brand partners. We're there to support them. So if they need anything, like if they're detoxing or they hit a little plateau in their weight loss, we're there to, lift them up, hold their hand, and push them through to the other side of these things. Because as you can see, so many good things come on the other side. So I'm just going to play a little video of some people
Without having a
that
thyroid,
saw a
the
post.
weight started to pile on. I saw a post and have released 25 pounds.
I saw a post and my life has changed. My energy is through the roof. My mood is super great. Sugar cravings are gone. The pain in my right knee is gone as well. I feel about 10 years younger.
Hey guys, so I saw a post and I got my smile back.
I saw a post. Now I have no more back pain and no more migraine.
I saw a post, you guys. I lost 41 pounds. I'm off my thyroid meds and I am feeling 20 years younger.
Hi, my name's Dawn and I clicked the link and I have no more hot flashes and it's amazing.
I saw a post and I lost 21 pounds since June.
I saw a post and lost 15 pounds and 8 inches.
I saw a post and it changed my life. I got my health back and I'm feeling amazing.
I saw a post. I am now down 40 pounds from a size 18 to a size 8 and feeling great and loving life.
Last year, I saw a post and I am so grateful that I engaged with that post. I lost 25 pounds when I first got started on these drops. I didn't know I had brain fog till it was gone. I could actually make a decision again. We were having a lot of fun over here.
I saw a post and guess what? I got my smile back. On top of that, I'm 35 pounds down and no more night sweats. Inflammation way down and energy through the roof.
I saw a post and I lost 27 pounds. I never felt better. I saw a post. I took a chance. I know the purpose in my days. I get to help people every day. And I'm getting healthy. I'm loving it.
Hi, I saw a post and it completely changed my health.
I saw this post one day and it was talking about losing weight by taking these drops. So I ordered, and to my amazement, a month later, I was down one size and I no longer had inflammation in my feet.
I saw a post and my life has changed dramatically. Not only did I lose weight, but I'm better health now.
Guess what? I saw a post and now I'm 25 pounds down and I feel like I'm 35 at 55.
I saw a post and I am now down 30 pounds and feel like 25 to 30 years younger. It's amazing.
I saw a post and it changed my whole entire life. I'm down 40 pounds, living pain-free, and I retired from my job.
I seen a post in March, and since then I'm down 8 pounds. Sleep better, have more energy, mental clarity, and just feeling good.
I saw a post, and let me tell you, nothing is the same. So much excitement.
I saw a post, and the next thing I knew, I slept through the night, reduced inflammation, and lost that 7-pound spare tire I've been packing since menopause.
I saw a post, and now I'm off Ozempic, my sleeping pills, down 10 pounds, and I feel better every day.
I saw a post one day. I started the body balancing drops with Finale about a year ago. My joints no longer ache. I can breathe again. I can walk up and down stairs no problem. And no meds.
I saw a post. I was desperate for help. Less than 3 months, I'm down 22 pounds. And I haven't taken Tramadol for my back in 6 weeks. I sleep through the night and no hot flashes. I feel 10 years younger.
Hey, I saw a post and let me tell you, life is completely different than what it was a year ago.
Isn't that absolutely amazing? And yes, these drops work fantastic for men. They just are a little too shy to give us a video, I guess. So how do we get started? Let's go through this really quick. So what do? We only do 3 things. Everybody saw a post, just like myself, just like Mary. So we use a system called the boards, and we fire up your social media posting and we support you through that. Then we start building a team of business builders. Mary got in right away. Of course, she said she really wasn't going to do the business, but look at that. 2 years later, we're still doing the business. And then it just starts to duplicate. We meet you where you're at, where your goals are, and it's limitless potential. Now, this is what our boards look like. You just fire them up 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. And you know what? We also give you videos and scripts to respond very quickly, very professionally. And then you also have the brand partners and your sponsors to help you out. It happens very, very quickly. So how do we get paid? Once you get fired up, we get paid 9 different ways every single Friday on the previous week's work of you and your team. We get retail profits, new volume bonus, base commission, savings bonus, income position bonus, payline bonus, matching bonus, business rewards, and loyalty shopping. I just love that you can give yourself a raise each and every week. The harder you work, the more you're going to get. So those retail profits, that's where you come in with a minimum 4-pack to get income activated, 10-pack, or even a 30-pack. I mean, I wish we would have had that 30-pack when we started. And you resell those drops and you make retail profits. You can also send out smart links in any one of the countries that we're in. And in Canada, like I said, you want to get income activated with a 4-pack. It costs you about $500. In the US, that 4-pack is about $371. In Canada, we retail them for $236 a box plus shipping and tax. In the US, $176. So as you can see, as soon as you sell 3, yours is free and you've got money in your pocket. But what is the best way to come in, Mary?
I mean, come in with a 30-pack. Yeah, I sure wish they had them when I first started, because you sell 15 of those boxes and the rest is pure profit. You've put over $2,700 in your pocket and you've paid for that 30-pack.
I know. And you're locked in at Ultimate for life. And that's what I love. You're locked in at top pay right day one. So, new volume bonus. When we say that you get locked in at Ultimate, you can see when you get activated with that 200 PV pack, if you were to enroll, say, Mary as a brand partner, you would get 15% new volume bonus off of her orders within the first 4 Fridays. So you can see that why not double your money day one with that Ultimate pack and get locked in for life, because you'd be making 30%. So if I was Ultimate and enrolled Mary as an Ultimate, I would get $450 USD, or about 600 Canadian. So imagine if you just enrolled one Ultimate a week. That's a great income just with like that. But you're also getting the retail profits, and then you start to build a team and start getting base commissions. And this is where our comp plan really differs from all the comp plans out there, because here we can build to unlimited width to unlimited depth. And usually most companies, they only let you build 1, maybe 2 legs. They keep the volume off the biggest leg and you get 5 to 8% off one leg. Here you can get 15% on all of your pay legs, and you even get tied into that power leg. And when a leg optimizes at 13,334 point value, that triggers a $2,000 USD check. So you can see with time and consistency, you could build one leg that's 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. Like, the sky's the limit here. And then we get this matching bonus. And this matching bonus really shows how we are partnering with people and we want people to succeed. So I enrolled Mary. She's on my first generation, and anywhere she would fall, whether that be on my power leg or pay line, say if she made $1,000 in a week, I would get a matching bonus of 15%. Now, Mary goes out and she enrolls Shannon. Shannon would be on my second generation. If she made $1,000, I'd get 10%. Now, Shannon goes out and enrolls Rhonda. Rhonda's my third generation. I get 5% of what they make in a week. So you can see how you really encourage your team. You want them to make money. And you know what? There's no breakaways either. So even if they go out and make 10,000 in a week, you're still getting paid off of them. And I absolutely love that. Now, my favorite way that I get paid is the savings bonus. Now, this is so special. You know, other companies, they have that car program. I call that a debt program, right? Because if you're stuck with a lease on a fancy dancy car. Now, PartnerCo really wants to support and get their brand partners out of debt and saving to change their life. So any time that your base commissions are $250 US, PartnerCo starts bonusing 15% into a savings account. When it reaches $10,000 USD, or that's like almost $1 million Canadian nowadays, you get a giant check for 10,000, but it doesn't stop there. Each and every week after that, you have the ability to max that savings account out at $500 USD a week. I call that a mortgage payoff program. And I always forget that it's coming in, and it gets paid out every 4 weeks. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh, wow, look at that. Where'd that come from? So it's just a little extra bonus. Now, I know this is Mary's favorite way of getting paid.
It is my favorite way. You guys, when I started, I had never been anywhere, nowhere tropical. You know, I had never gone on a vacation. And when I started in April, and in December of that year, I got that email that I qualified to go on a trip to Punta Cana. I was blown away. I thought this was just for the best of the best, the elite. We start accumulating lifestyle credits, and you get lifestyle credits for attending events, for getting a new customer, for enrolling a new brand partner, for growing your business, just doing the things. They keep giving you lifestyle credits. Even when you order products, sometimes they give you lifestyle credits. It's crazy.
Now, where are we headed to in how many days? Where are we at? What are we at?
I think it's less than 60 days. We are headed to Maui, you guys. I mean, this is a dream for me to be able to take my husband on this trip. I'm still blown away, and I can't believe it.
I can't believe it either. And I'm bringing my kiddos. We're going a couple days early so we can just lay on the beach before all the other brand partners come. But it's going to be so much fun. And then every other year we have an epic adventure. Last year they went to Bali. Next spring, Morocco. So I know that I have that on my vision board. I want to go to Morocco. What an adventure that would be. And Partner Code just really rolls out the red carpet. Now, you said we get lifestyle credits for attending events. There was just a Connect in Destin in February. There's one coming up in Alabama, I think, this month. And then in April, we're having a Connect in Canada. We get rewarded for attending these lovely events, learning, networking, partying, recognition. It is so much fun. You can see here, you get to meet Dr. Plant, you get to, meet the owners and their wives and their families and just be a part of a really incredible community. So first things first, how do you get started? Well, in Canada, it only costs $37.95, one-time fee. The US, $29.95, and you get everything you need. Online business tools, apps, the system of growth, the posting, the weekly trainings, and you get all of us to help lift you up. So your very first goal is to get to that top pay. We'll meet you where you're at, but do I ever tell you, once you fire up those posts, you're going to wish you're going to have that 30 pack on hand. And then timing is key. We are a new company. We're #1 in momentum. And what does that mean to you, Mary?
I mean, look at where we are today, you guys. Right now, we are in growth mode and timing is key. We are #1 in momentum. We are going to shoot up into hyper growth. This is a legacy company. This is willable to your kids, to your grandkids. The time is now.
100%. I mean, we have just been laying the foundations. People haven't even heard about Partner Co. So could you imagine where we're going to be in 2 years? So how far we've come in 2 years? In 5 years? I can't even believe 10 years. I mean, my kids are already excited to be working Partner Co businesses in the next few years as they become adults. Like, they're so excited because it's such a great community. So all that is missing is you. You were invited to this Zoom tonight. Somebody thought enough about you to change your life, whether that be with the products or participating in our compensation plan. Seriously, it will be the best decision you have ever made. You might not want to do the business like Mary said, but 2 years later, you're traveling the world, winning trips, making money, retiring from your job, and feeling fantastic. That's how quick it is. And it only takes as little as 5 minutes to get going. So reach out to the person who invited you on this call or who is showing you the replay and tell them where you fit. Is it that 4-pack, that 10-pack, or that 30-pack? Link arms with us. We'll give you all the tools, and let's fire up your business and go and change the world with Partner Co. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. And you know what? Have a great night. Have a great evening, and we'll see you on the next Zooms because you are partnering with us.
At Partner Co, we live life better together. Everything gonna work out. Every tomorrow, no matter what goes down.
All right, everyone, have a good night.
Good night.